The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.
Welcome back to another episode of Cashing Out. I'm your host, Billy Alvaro, my co-host, cousin, and partner, Wayne Hartzart. We are Easy Sell Property Solutions. We're located right over here in Holbrook, New York. We buy properties all day, every day for cash. If you want to find out more about us, you could find us online at easysell411.com, by phone 631-400-EASY. We have a pretty cool program that we put together over the last 7 years. It's called the Easy Way Out. We trademarked it, and it literally is the fastest, easiest, most hassle-free way to sell your property in today's day and age. It's we literally within 5 minutes over the phone, we can make you a cash offer. It's like a Geico commercial, right? Within 15 minutes, that's all you need, and you give us a call. Our team it's a family-owned business. Our team is in the office almost 24/7, and we are doing some really good things for the local economy here, Nassau, Suffolk, Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, and we have other areas that we're heading into that we're doing business in actively. Cuz, how you doing today?
Doing phenomenal, Cuz. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing well. It's a Monday morning, feeling good about it. Actually, it's good. This is going to be airing on Saturday, but we're recording on Monday. Good. We have a very special guest with us today, all the way from California, San Diego. This gentleman we met in Tulum, Mexico, Sharad Mehta. Sharad is an investor like us. He's done over 500 properties and we're going to find out when he actually started. I'm not sure when he started investing, but he's done over 500 properties on the investment side. What I like about this guy is he's process oriented. I had a private webinar with him I think it was about a month ago. And really cool guy because he understands software architecture. And we thought we had a pretty good software system, and we do. We have a killer system. We use Podio, but we really mapped it out specific for our business. Sharad has gone through, and he was at a point where he's like, you know what? I'm done with all these out-of-the-box type systems. He created his own, and he did a presentation for me. I think it was about 45 minutes. And I got to tell you, this guy knows real estate and business, but he really knows software as well. Sharad, you on the phone?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, buddy?
Thank you, Billy. Good, man. Thank you for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. You are such a soft-spoken man. I love it. I hope my aggression doesn't get the best of you.
No, man. I used to actually live in New York. I went to school in New York. So
Did you really?
For 5 years.
Yeah.
I went to Baruch College.
Oh,
yeah.
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
So he knows the fast pace. Then he knows how we move.
Yeah.
He won't take it personal when our mouths just go off. We have no filters out here.
I'll just blame it to New York attitude.
New York attitude, exactly.
Damn Yankees.
So Sharad, before we get into the software piece, let's give us a 2-3 minute overview of who you are, where you're coming from, and more importantly, I think some of our investor friends out there are going to be really tuning in because I want you to speak about how you live in San Diego, yet you do virtual investing in Indiana. So let's go through that whole process.
Cool, man. So, I actually used to be an accountant. So I went to school in New York, as I said. I got my accounting degree from Baruch. Then I moved to Chicago for my job. I was working at a pharmaceutical company for about a year. Then I moved to an accounting firm, Ernst & Young. There for about 4 or 5 years before I left my job and started investing full-time. So I bought my first property in 2010, August of 2010. So I've been investing for about 8, almost 9 years now. And when I bought my first property, it was a rental property. So I started out buying rental properties. That was my goal, was to get passive income. So from 2010 to actually 2013 or 14, I was just buying rental properties. So I ended up buying about 50 properties, 75 units, and I just paid them all free and clear. I have just loans on 2 of them. Everything else is paid free and clear.
And how many properties do you have now that are free and clear?
Out of 50, I would say 95% of my portfolio is free and clear. So out of 75 units, I have loans on maybe 8 or 9.
Wow.
Yeah. Nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful way to live. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you.
And you're a young guy, Sharad, right? How old are you?
I'm not so young anymore. I was young when I started, but I'm 36 now.
You're still very young compared to me.
I'm with you. Yeah, we're still in our 30s.
Good for you.
Billy gets a little jealous. He wants to jump back a few years.
Yeah, I'm close to 50.
Hey, but he looks younger than I do.
He does.
He does.
He ages well. He is pushing 50, but I got to say, he does age well.
So you got into the investing, and have you always invested from San Diego to these, or from Chicago?
No. So I was living in Chicago, and literally, when I started investing, I didn't know much. I literally drew like a 1 hour drive radius from where I was living in downtown, and Indiana came within that radius. So that just got me curious. I'm thinking, that's weird. If you live in Chicago, you don't care about Indiana unless you have something to do in Indiana.
Right.
So I was very curious about, that Indiana fell within an hour miles from downtown Chicago. And then I started looking a bit more into it, and then I was just blown away by the rate of return you could get in Indiana. So that's how I started investing in Indiana, and I moved to San Diego about 4 years ago.
Very cool. So tell me on your purchase side, how do you go about buying these? Are these single families or multifamily?
I started out buying 2 to 4 units, but now primarily 90% of what we do is single family houses.
Single family, great. And so what's your process for buying? Do you come in, buy with your own cash? Do you buy with private money? Do you buy with regular bank financing? Take us through that process.
We don't buy anything with bank financing. Of all the deals that we have done, I don't think I've ever bought any property whereas the bank financing was in place at the purchase. We've done some cash out refinancing, but I don't think we've done any bank purchase.
So it's been all private money?
All private money or my money.
Or your money.
So that's, yeah.
And what's your average buy price out in Indiana? What's your pickup price?
It's gone up now. I would say now if we are buying a rental property that we're going to sell as a turnkey, we do a lot of that. We buy fix-it-upper, fix them up, rent them out, and then sell them as a turnkey.
Mm-hmm.
For that, our price is about $50 to $75. And then if we're doing like a typical...
Is that your purchase price or is that your resale value?
No, that's our purchase price.
That's your purchase.
Resale is anywhere from $100 to $150, depending on the property, the location, and all the other good things.
And what is your standard? What's the average rent at a property that's selling for $100 to $150? Bring it in.
Anywhere from $1,100 to $1,500, $1,600.
So you're at that 1% rule, value of the property, 1%.
A little over 1%. I would say the properties that we sell a little over 1%, like 1.1, 1.2. We're selling a 2-unit now for $185, and it's rented for $2,100, $2,200.
I love it.
Yeah.
Those numbers. That's the one thing Wayne and I were very envious of people that. What I like about you is you're actually in California investing in another state where you're getting those returns. Him and I have tried doing the rental stuff here in Long Island. The good thing about it is we do get some really cool appreciation. Like the appreciation here does go through the roof over a 5 or 10 year period compared to in Indiana or Pennsylvania. But the crap thing about it is that the cash flow is just non-existent, but the taxes on a house that we're picking up resale value, let's just say Mastic, we're picking up for 70, 80, and the property we put in 75 into it, and the property's worth 200, 2.25. We're getting maybe $2,400 in rent, right, Wayne? If that, $2,250, $1,850 for a 3-bedroom, but the taxes are $8,000 to $9,000, so it eats up the cash flow. Yeah, kills it. Kills it.
So you guys are paying 3 to 4 months of rental income in property taxes.
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah, it kills the cash flow piece out here. So we're looking in other states, but I'm very hesitant to go so far away like you are from San Diego to Indiana. How is your property manager out there? You have a good property management team?
Gotta have that, yeah.
Now we do. We brought property management in-house before we were using a third-party company. That's what I would say. If you are looking to grow your portfolio, anything over 20, 30 properties, it just makes sense to have property management in-house. That's one piece of business. They have so much control over your business that you got to have someone that's out there looking for you.
Your best interest, and they nickel and dime you for everything. They hit you over the head for every 100%. Single thing that you need, right? So that 8% management fee really turns out to be 15 or 20 when you add everything up.
Exactly.
Yeah, which kills your cash flow again.
Yep. Yeah. So that's why we brought property management in-house, so we have our own people managing those properties.
I love it. You're a young man. You have a good head on your shoulders. You're Italian, correct?
Yes.
just like us. Forget about it.
I love it, Sharad. I love it.
On my mother's side, yeah.
On your mother's side.
We do eat a lot of pasta, so I don't know if that counts.
Sunday pasta day.
Exactly. It's so funny. So I want to, in the next segment we come back, I want you to speak about why you got into this whole software piece. I know it's not live yet, But I want to speak about what you're doing, and because I was excited when I looked at it. But the one thing I'm not going to do, and I told you, it's going to be very hard for me to change because I'm so deep into what I'm utilizing. However, your software is killer for people who are starting out or who they have a business up and running, but they don't really yet have the CRM figured out. Your system is like killer for somebody like that. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back in about a few minutes. My name is Billy Alvaro. We are Easy Sell Property Solutions. If you're out there in Radio Land, you have a house you want to sell, give us a call at 631-400-EASY. Let us show you how fast, easy, and hassle-free it is to get a cash offer on your house. There's zero stress, zero worry. We close on your timeline with everything and anything inside the home. Give us a call, 631-400-EASY, or online. Wayne, what's the website?
EasySell411.com, folks. EasySell411.com.
We'll be right back right after these messages. Welcome back. This is Billy Alvaro, Wayne Hartart. We are Easy Sell Property Solutions. This is Cashing Out. You can find us here every Saturday from 12 to 12:30 and online every Monday live from about 10:15 to about 11 o'clock. If you don't know us, we buy properties all day, every day for cash out here in Long Island, Nassau, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, Suffolk County. And we have a pretty unique program called the Easy Way Out. It literally is the fastest, easiest, most hassle-free way to sell your home, guaranteed. Give us a call, 631-400-EASY. That's 631-400-EASY. And let us show you how our staff can help you get out of any situation that you're in on your timeline. It's a pretty cool process. Don't take my word for it. Go to the website, check us out, look at the testimonials, and let that speak for itself. Now, today, we had in our first segment, Sharad Mehta. He's from San Diego. He's a very unique individual, young guy, 36. He's extremely bright. He's been buying properties from San Diego, but he's buying in Indiana. He has a huge rental portfolio, almost free and clear. Almost his whole portfolio is free and clear. For a young guy, that's a huge thing to have because you have cash flow coming in where you don't have to worry about constantly going out there, Sharad, and finding more deals in order to make money on. So that cash flow piece is king. You know, the flipping business is great, but it's really a job. When you have cash flow coming in, it's mailbox money, and you really have that. To me is wealth. I don't care how much is coming in on a monthly basis. If you meet or exceed your monthly expenses, you are a wealthy individual in my eyes. And so with that, you also have some really cool things you've been working on, Sharad. I want you to speak about this whole software thing because you did a presentation for me, a one-on-one, and the feedback I gave you was just honestly, and I'm not blowing smoke, it really is phenomenal software for real estate investors. So let's speak about that in this segment.
Sure. So, I have an accounting background, so for me, numbers are extremely important. People can make up stories in businesses, but numbers are never going to lie. Numbers are what they are. Numbers are going to tell the real story. So when I was looking for all these options that are available for real estate investors, I didn't see anything that would fit the need that I was looking for. And then I started talking to other investors to see, hey, how do you like this? How do you like that? There was nobody who said, yeah, man, this is awesome. It does everything that I wanted to do. So then we decided, hey, let's just build it. So now at this point, we're about a couple of months away. We're going to have people start beta testing it. But essentially what we are focused on is giving a real estate investors numbers about their business. Like I did a demo with you, like every single number that you need to know in your business will be on your fingertips. So just by a click of a button, you have all the information about your business. If you're doing marketing, our system is going to tell you, for example, you spend $10,000. How was your $10,000 broken out? Was it on direct mail? Was it on radio ads? Was it cold calling? You have that breakdown, and then our system is going to tell you where did the revenue come in from? Where did all your leads come in from? So you, at any given time, you know what percentage of your marketing budget is going into, let's say, direct mail. But if you're spending 60% on direct mail, how many leads is that bringing in? Is it bringing in 60%, 70, 80%? And then how much revenue is that bringing in? So it calculates everything for you and gives you the numbers so you can always make better decisions about your business.
Yeah, I was blown away. I was blown away by the KPI stats that you had in there from, like you said, the marketing piece all the way through to when the deal got funded. And the ratios and the stats and the way they're actually shown to somebody like myself, who's running a business. It's important. And, the basis of every business, you hit it on the head, is the numbers, and numbers don't lie. Yeah. And so I know, my cousin knows, I know a lot of guys who are in business, whether it's this real estate investing business or otherwise, they just don't manage their numbers. They don't look at their numbers on a daily basis. They don't at all. And so the KPIs are the most important. It's the holy grail of any business. If you know your numbers, you'll know the health of where you are. You'll know exactly, before things happen, you'll know what's going on.
Yeah.
And you'll be able 100%. To start changing course. Yeah,
I mean, if let's say if an investor, like it's amazing. I talk to some investors across the country, and I ask them, okay, you were one of the exceptions because you have a powerful system dialed in, but then I talk to some investors and I would ask them, hey, how much money are you spending on marketing and what's the ROI it's giving? So every dollar you spend on, let's say, direct mail, how much money does that bring in? It's amazing. More than 90% of people have no idea. So they could be spending $100 on marketing that's bringing in $200, but now they don't know if they need to be spending only $50 to bring that $200, or they need to be spending $100 to bring that $200. It's amazing. Like, these amazing investors out there have, they don't know their KPIs as well as they should.
So let me ask you, do you think that they don't know their KPIs because basically the last 10 years of this economy has been so good to people that people kind of got lazy? They didn't really have to hone in on what they were doing. The money just basically was flowing in. And so because of that, a lot of people, they don't treat it as a business. They're just like, well, I started the month off with 20 in the bank account. I did everything. I paid everybody. I got 35 in it, so I'm making money. That's how a lot of people run their business.
Yeah.
It's scary.
I think it's part that, it's like just like you said, they're spending, if they're writing a check for $100 on marketing, 200 is coming. They're like, okay, things must be going good. But then again, it's like, you don't know if you need to be spending that $100 to bring 200, or you could do this. You could bring in the same $200 by only spending 50 or 60. So that's part of the reason. The other part is there is no easy way to get those numbers.
You hit that on the head. It is challenging.
Right. It is. Like, you have to jump in a few different systems to get those numbers. So that is a big challenge. I mean, I'm sure, like, if the numbers were available to you in an instant, that everybody like, then they can start looking into it. But if they have to do work to get those numbers, then people are like, I'm making money. I don't need to, figure that part out right now.
You're right.
It's unfortunate, though, if they're not planning ahead, though, what happens when this market changes? Because you and I have been thinking about that since we've built this KPI dashboard out for years now. When the market does change.
The market's going to shift. 100% the market's going to shift. But it's going to shift. It's coming. But your point is right on. I mean, even when we first started, we didn't have any of this drafted out in the beginning. In the beginning, honestly, it was a spreadsheet. Yeah. So there were things I knew that were missing, but we still had a finger on the pulse. We kind of knew what was going on, even though it wasn't perfect. And you know what, Sharad? Honestly, even though we still have our shit dialed in, it's still not 100% perfect. We're always working on taking this to the next level. But your system does make it extremely easy for guys that are doing this either part-time and or at a business like ours where we scaled. They can really run their business off this software. What is the name of the software? What's the website address?
RESIMPLI.com. We're not live right now.
Right.
Yeah, but like, we have a free version that people can use.
When are you guys looking to go live again?
We are going to have about 10 people start beta testing by end of this quarter, and then we're going to roll live next quarter.
Yeah, congratulations. Awesome. It's a cool piece of software.
Thank you.
What's the price point on that, if you don't mind me asking? Have you had that figured out yet?
No, that's the part that we're working on right now. So we're talking to a few investors right now just to kind of get their thoughts on what it should be, because it is a one-stop shop where you don't need all these plugins. You don't need a bunch of these software. So that's the part we're figuring out. But we'll always have like a price point for, investors who are starting out, like for $100, just a solo entrepreneur. They can run their entire business. And then we're figuring out the price plan for our teams.
And from memory, I think this software, it does your accounting as well, right? It's like an all-in-one package.
Correct.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does everything. Like, you really do not need any other software.
I was impressed by it when I looked at it, and if I didn't have the system that I've had developed in the way I've had it, I would 100% would have tapped into it. But you know how painful it is when you have a system that's already
I
3 years deep into creating it, like myself and Wayne have been doing. But I'm telling everybody out there who's listening, when it does go live, get on his email list, go to that website, check his system out. It is RESimply, SIMPLI.com. It's not live yet, but when he does go live, your system is going to really revolutionize, I think, a lot of the young entrepreneurs that are coming up. It's going to allow them to really hone in on their business and take it to whatever level they want to take it to, because they're going to have the power of having the numbers at the tips of their fingers.
Yeah, absolutely. That's our goal. It's going to give you an advantage if your competitor is not looking at the same number, not necessarily using our system, but if your competitor is not looking at the numbers the way you are, it's going to give you an advantage. That's basically our goal. You go in, you make your decision based on the numbers, not assuming that things are working this way.
Yeah. Love it. You are a gentleman, a scholar. You're a really good human being, Sharad. You and I connected in Tulum about, what was that, February of this year?
Yeah, February, 3 months ago.
Yeah, 3 months ago. You're a solid human being. I appreciate you coming on the show, my man. If you want to reach out to Sharad and check out his system, it's RESimply, SIMPLI.com. He'll be live shortly. I'm Billy Alvaro. This is my cousin, Wayne Hartzart. We own a company called Easy Sell Property Solutions. We're located out here in Holbrook, New York. If you want to get an all-cash offer on your home, go online to EasySell411.com or by phone 631-400-EASY. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram at EasySell411, and you can find myself on Facebook at Billy Alvaro and Instagram, The Unstoppable BA. It's been a great week. Have a good one. Bye-bye, guys.
The views and opinions expressed on